Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back. Hopefully everything is looking all right. You guys haven't figured it out yet. I'm doing this from my mobile phone. But what's good, everybody? Welcome back. I feel like crap today. I think the worst thing, right? When your kids get sick, they pass it on to you when you're taking care of them, and then you get sick. And yeah, it's just not a very good feeling. So as you're coming in, please say hi. Let me know if you guys can hear me. All this is from my mobile phone. I'm not using a laptop or anything like that. So I want to make sure that the audio is okay. I want to make sure that everything is all right. So just let me know if you guys can hear me pretty well. If it sounds good, you can just comment the thumbs up, everything like that. We're gonna get into Q&A on the Pixel 7. Taking questions about the Pixel 7, giving my answers, sharing my experiences, all that stuff. Brian Lau, thanks for being here. Appreciate you for coming through, and audio is okay. Awesome. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Awesome. All right. Well, so let's kind of just get into it. All right. The Google Pixel 7. And, me being a Pixel fan, me thoroughly enjoying Google Pixel phones is, I guess, there's just, there's so much to them. There's so much to them. Well, let me lower the volume on my headphones here because it's like overpowering and everything like that. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy using the Google Pixel 7. And to answer the question, what case am I using on my Pixel 7 that I really, really like? This is the UAG Scout. So this case for the Pixel 7, literally, I don't know. It's like, it's not super bulky. What up, Sneed? It's not super bulky, but it feels secure to the Pixel 7. You got a nice lip around the camera bar. Even though the camera bar is now metal and not full glass like on the Pixel 6, still it's nice to have that protected. And it's got about a 1.5 inch lip from the display. So laying it down, the display is not touching any surfaces. And it's got like a box feel to it. So it's, really like on the flat side for grip. Very good case. I got it at Best Buy and it was like $19.95 for the case. What up, Coffee? Welcome in. Yeah, it was just basically $20 for the case. And I really, really enjoy using it so much. I tried to find one for the Pixel 6 and they've had one before, but they're like sold out on like different platforms and like different websites and everything. It's tough. It's really tough. So I'm just kind of bummed out. And there's not one for the Pixel 5. Right now, I am using the Pixel 5 to live stream. So all the videos from the selfie cam on the Pixel 5 using Restream in Chrome browser. It's like a weird setup, but a setup that I normally use nonetheless until I get a new laptop. I'll be using this. And I didn't know from the mobile browser you can get this view. Hey, what's up, Team VRY? Welcome in. I appreciate you for being here. Yeah, so that is a case that I use. You're just working on new videos? I'll be waiting for them to drop on YouTube, man. I'm always watching your videos when you drop them on YouTube, man. I'm a big fan. If you guys aren't subscribed to Team VRY, subscribe to him. And he's got some really good content. And I love the way he makes his videos. And hopefully one day if I get serious about making videos like I used to, then I hope they come out half as good as yours, man. But yeah, that's the case that I'm using on my Pixel 7 is the UAG Scout. I really like it. And I didn't even mention this. The last thing, this little raised bump here actually makes it comfortable to hold in hand. I don't know what it is about it. It feels good in my hand to hold. So I would say that. I wouldn't say they're pretty basic videos. My videos are pretty basic. Half the time, my videos are just B-roll footage with voice narration, and I don't really do a lot of jump cuts or a lot of a lot of editing, and the editing app that I use for my videos nowadays, because it makes it so much simpler for me to get a video uploaded quickly. I use CapCut, which most people use that for TikTok, but I shoot my videos and upload them in portrait, right? Compared to the landscape that most people shoot their videos in. So yeah, CapCut just makes it easy to kind of just add little quick things here and there, like, you know, those little stickers for the likes to remind people to hit that thumbs up to like the video, beat the algorithm type thing, or the little stickers for subscribe. I mean, those are things that you know. I don't know if it's the streaming software or if it's the data connection. Right now, using the T-Mobile home internet. There's like a bunch of devices on it. Let me know, is it pixelated? Is that what it is? Does it seem very pixelated? Because I'm doing this all from my phone, so this is all from the Pixel 5. I don't know if this is going to kill the live stream, but let me try this. All right, let me know. Let me know if that completely killed it. It looks 480p. I don't know. Let me know if it got better. If it just got better. Just blurry? Okay, how about now? I switched it out from the T-Mobile, more like 360p, but it's okay. It's probably just because from the phone itself. I don't know. I have no idea. Let me check. No, right now my settings is at 480p, 30 frames per second. For the live stream, so it's a bit clear. Yeah, it had to be the connection. I was using the T-Mobile home internet. I turned the Wi-Fi off, so now it's running on Mobile X. I mean, I have data on Mobile X still. I haven't burned through 30 gigs of data on Mobile X, which uses Verizon, so hopefully that cleared it up a little bit. It could be restreamed through the phone. It definitely could. Maybe I'll try a different web browser, maybe like DuckDuckGo or Dolphin, and see if that, because I'm using the Chrome browser, the Chrome browser on the Pixel 5. That could be the reason why it's like that. I don't know. But anyways, yeah. So feel free to ask any questions you guys have about the Pixel 7, including if there's any bug issues that you guys have that you guys want to know if I have the same bug issue. I don't mind answering it. It's Sunday, so if the video quality was kind of blurry on this end, I wonder what it was like on, or what's like on Twitter, because I'm simulcasting to Twitter also as well. Twitter's like become like a very a very dramatic place. I never thought people took Twitter so seriously that the decisions of the new owner would just cause them to like have like a total meltdown. You think I should trade the Pixel 6 Pro towards the Pixel 7? Not towards a regular Pixel 7. I mean, it depends though, because if you hold on to your Pixel devices, I wouldn't trade it up. But if the phone is a phone to you and it's like, okay, I've done all I can with it or whatever, and you really actually want to try a Pixel 7 aside from the 7 Pro that you have, then yeah, why not? You can pretty much get like the Pixel 7 close to nothing. Yeah, if you want to just try the 7, just to kind of see like the difference between the 7 and the 7 Pro, and you really have no use for the 6 Pro. I mean, the 6 Pro, like for me, you know, you guys know I collect pixels. I collect all of them. Well, I have collected almost all of them. But realistically, though, the 6, my Pixel 6, I wouldn't give it up just because it was like the turning point for Google, where they kind of switched away from trying to be like everybody else to kind of start crafting out their own identity. I had a weird charging error. I said to stop charging, but it was off the charger. Wow. So that little error just popped up out of nowhere. Your phone was not even on the charger. That's crazy. I haven't gotten that on my Pixel 7. I just thought about this too right now. I was kind of looking at it. I didn't realize that you can put like a lanyard or like a phone charm on this case. It's got the holes here at the bottom corner where you can just like put something there. Maybe I'll put my Sonic the Hedgehog phone charms on it. I used to have them when I was like rocking Samsungs back in the day. There was one time my 7 camera app had lagged. Wow. For me, I think the only issue I've had with my Pixel 7 and its camera is that my Pixel 6 did a way better job in night sight on Halloween night. I was taking photos. Are you using a mic built into your headset? I don't know if it's used. Does it sound very flat like it's using this one? Let me try this. Hold on. All right. Does the audio sound a little bit better? Or does it sound different now? Because I don't know, like, that's one thing I hate about my headphones is that they have a mic built in. Because everything is run through USB, right? So I have a USB cable here. I have this mic here. And it's running from here into the phone. So I don't know if the audio is what's coming from the headset or if it's coming from this now. So it's kind of like overheating with 4K 60. I haven't tried to record in 4K 60, and I think now with the way the temperature is, I don't know if it would get the same results that people were getting back in October, because October was a bit warmer. Oh yeah, definitely. No, the way that I have it set up, well, the way the live stream is set up is, so I'm a Pixel 5 and I'm using that basically on the Chrome browser, and I have it like the viewing is in mobile portrait mode rather than the normal standard mode where you would have like the full wide. And then I have my USB mic plugged in with a Type-C adapter into the Pixel 5. Settings, I have it set to USB audio. So when I go into the audio settings, well, it's weird because it's like the audio settings for input is USB audio, output was default. So I don't know. It was 50 degrees, so not blazing hot. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's about the same what it is here. I guess I'll do it this week, probably because I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So maybe sometime that day I'll probably just like shoot in 4K 60 frames and see if it overheats the phone. I know I did a live stream yesterday on Twitter during the day using the Pixel 7 with Restream, and it got warm, but I didn't get an overheat error. Does it sound like it's coming from it at all? One thing I was doing earlier testing is like, you know how like at the bottom of the bar where it like shows you when you're speaking, the little green progression bar blinks. The higher and higher you sound, it goes higher, and then when there's no sound. So what I did was, and I'll try this, I'll mute the mic. Okay. So I guess it's coming from this mic. I don't know. If it got muted, then it was from this mic. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's coming from the mic. It's just probably the way, because like this is I wouldn't call this like a very high quality microphone. The JLab Go, this is just like a very basic condenser mic. Well, it's a condenser slash Omni mic, so it just depends on the mode that I put it in. Right now, it's just everything is just from right here. But yeah, this is how it's playing with the Chrome browser, Restream on the mobile phone. So this is kind of what it does. Hopefully, I found a pretty decent Chromebook. It's a Samsung Chromebook. I forgot what model it was. I know it dropped the same time the Pixelbook Go came, and a person that is going to be selling it to me for about $300. So that's a little bit less than its price, because when it first launched, it was a $900 Chromebook. And I was just like, whoa, you know. But yeah. I was curious about it. Now, when I unplugged my headphones, did it completely change the way the audio sounded, or did it all sound the same? Can't get my Pixel 6 Pro to take the USB-C for external mics. Really? That's interesting, because I'm able to do that for mine. Like, what happens is it even like, are you within the camera app? Are you trying to use like a USB mic plugged in to record video and get the audio from the microphone? Or like if you're just doing a live stream from your phone? Because I know that when I do YouTube Live, I don't like just directly from the app. I don't think it picks up from the USB mic when I'm on the YouTube app. Which I wanted to try that, so I might try it again. Just because I know from the YouTube app now, you can add someone to your live streams. If you're live streaming from the YouTube app, when you click to set up a live stream, now you should see another section that says go live together. And that allows you to invite someone to be on your live stream. I haven't tried it out yet. I don't know if it's like, top half you, bottom half the other person. But now you can simulcast. Yeah, I'm trying to record video with it should let you, dude. Like when you have the USB mic plugged in. Now this is the way how it's worked for me. So I don't know. But like on the Pixel 6, I've done it. I plugged in this mic to the Pixel 6 with the camera app on in video mode. I go to settings, and then it should have a section that tells you for the audio input, and I'll have like the regular mic, and then you'll see another icon that looks like a microphone with a wire, and you tap that one, and that's your USB mic. And it should take the audio from there, because I've recorded several videos on YouTube with that. Tito, do you still have Q-Link? If so, how do you get your speeds uncapped? You can't. There's no way you can get your Q-Link speeds uncapped. It is always going to be capped at. If you have a 5G device, it's capped 5x5. If you have an LTE device, it's capped 1x1. So there's no way around it. There's like moments where it seems like that it's uncapped and you can get blazing fast speeds, but it's like as soon as your phone is like recognized to be doing that, they'll cap it right away. Gotta step out now. Have a good day. All right. Thanks for popping in, Mike. Really appreciate you for coming through, man. Well, I'll be looking out for your videos when they drop. Cheers to you, friend. Cheers to you. And now, for those, subscribe to his channel. He's got amazing videos and a very, very good perspective too. I like his perspective on things. Need to get that guy into Team Pixel. He's another one I feel that if they're talking about picking people for Team Pixel that deserve a spot, he does deserve that spot. Yeah. So anyways, yeah, Q-Link, there's no way to uncap it. It's just it's not a possibility. So if you want anything other than Q-Link, well, I mean, let me take that back. Let me rephrase it. You can't uncap it if you're getting the free plan. Like, so if you're getting the government assistant plan, which is free to you, there's no uncapping it. Now, if you want uncapped speeds, and you can buy a price plan as a regular provider, like type price plan, and pay monthly for it. Now you can try using a VPN and see if that hides what you're doing, but I mean, I don't think that's going to work. But you can try. You can seriously try a VPN. See what happens. Yeah. Questions. You guys can ask questions about anything. It's pretty much open. Whether it's Pixel 7 related, Mobile X related, it's whatever it may be. Yeah, I figured, and that's just because it's based on their systems and what their system has provisioned for your line. So, yeah, I believe so. You know, being in working in the telecom industry, you know, I see how they do how they can cap you and stuff like that for your data speeds. And yeah, really, it's just a toggle switch. So realistically, yeah, they probably have it. And now I'm not saying that I know Q-Link systems and how their systems are set up for customer service just for them to see, but I'm gonna assume that they have some sort of toggle switch that, you know, uncaps it. They have to turn it on. So the plan that I was using with Visible recently, that was their 45 plus. I opted for that when I signed up for Visible only because it had the what do you call it? It had the basically unlimited talk and text, unlimited data, unlimited hotspot. The data was uncapped. If you're on the 45 plus plan, it goes beyond 200 megabits down. If you have a millimeter wave device, you can pick up millimeter wave, I believe. I know Mobile X did last night where I was driving at. There was one little area that had millimeter wave. And I went out to dinner with my wife, and when we left, I seen on my Pixel 5 that it showed 5G UW. Now, that doesn't mean that it's N77 connected because the Pixel 5 does not support N77. So there's no C-band support on the Pixel 5. So when it showed UW, that was millimeter wave. So I did connect to it on Mobile X. I'm assuming you can do the same on Visible. The only reason why I did the 45 plus though was because I got 500 minutes of international talk time. So that's international dial out. So I was able to call family in Thailand. And like I said, I don't talk to them a whole lot. So 500 minutes would suffice, but that's the reason why I chose that. I am kind of missing it though, because Visible, I mean, it is uncapped data. I mean, I like Mobile X and everything like that, but Mobile X is geared towards, you know, those that are using less data or anything like that, right? So maybe I'll hold on to my Mobile X line for like another month, and then I might let it go. Just because, you know, doing stuff like this, like live streaming, is obviously going to use a lot of data, and if I do it quite frequently, I'm going to need something that can hold up. So while Visible, my account is closed on Visible for right now, I can always reinstate it by logging back in to my Visible account and just paying my bill. And that should reinstate the services and give me back the same number that I had. I think it's within 30 days, you get the same number back. If you buy 5 gigs on top of the ACP free plan, would give the 5 gigs. I believe that the 5 gigs would be uncapped. That's like, I'm not entirely sure of Q-Link's operations and how they're gonna function that. But it may be if you buy 5 gigs of data, it may. Because at the end of the day, Q-Link does have a 30 gigabyte cap. Like, it's cut off after 30 gigs. So if you actually use 30 gigs of data, they cut you off, because that's what happened to the line that I have. Like, my Q-Link line is in my daughter's phone. She does not need really fast high speeds and stuff like that. I mean, what she has on Q-Link suffices for her to watch YouTube when she's away from home, but she don't really watch YouTube when she's away from home. She mostly uses it to just like chat with her friends from school on messengers and stuff. So, but I do know, like, at one time, I remember she just did not connect her phone to Wi-Fi at all for like a month. And then she came to me complaining that there was absolutely no data, and it showed data was turned off. Phone calls and text was working. Come to find out, there's a 30 gigabyte cap on Q-Link. You pass that, they will cut your data off until your bill cycle starts over again. So I don't know if you ever tried that, John, and experienced that. Let me know if that's happened to you. By the way, let me know how the stream is going right now. If it looks okay, it looks decent. It is streaming off of MobileX data connection. I think it's like, at the end of the day, like, I'll be straight with everybody. Like, the best value plan for somebody that is a heavy data user is going to be Visible for like Verizon connection, Metro for T-Mobile connection. US Mobile is also really good, and it's on Verizon connection. And I don't know. I mean, I would have to say, Cricket for AT&T. That's just like on the prepaid stuff. Like MobileX is good. They do have like a sort of unlimited plan, but it is capped at 30 gigs. And so like that anxiety that people get because they're wondering if they're going to hit their 30 gigs. I mean, that is valid. There are people who use a lot of data, right? Especially if you're a content creator, you're using a lot of data. Like I'm using data right now. So out of my 30 gigabytes on MobileX, I've only used 1 gig up until this point where I started live streaming from its connection rather than my Wi-Fi connection. And so I'm gonna see like how much data I use in the live stream in 1 hour. That's gonna really that's gonna tell the tale, right? Because if it tells me like I've dropped down to like, 25 gigs remaining for my 30-day cycle, then whoa, I just got it, Q-Link, so it's really new and still learning. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think the only ACP phone that I have that is kind of like knocking me for a loop would have to be Boost Mobile. Redbeard Kev 916. What up, Kev? And the reason why I say that is because I keep getting text messages from Boost Mobile that says, "Hey, submit your document for renewal of your ACP line with Boost Mobile." And it was supposed to be submitted by the end of October. We're already close to the end of November. And it still states that on the 23rd of November, my line with Boost Mobile is still $0. It's still free. So I'm going to wait till the 23rd. After the 23rd, if it tells me my December bill is $0, then I think Boost has a major problem because my line is going to remain actively open. I think the only thing that they will have to do is they would have to like completely close my account to stop it. But if they close my account, they're gonna refund me $60 because I thought like 4 months ago that it was going to end, and I loaded $60 onto it to pay for 1 month of the unlimited plan afterwards because I was gonna try to convert it over to the AT&T side, and yeah, no, it didn't happen. What is my favorite Pixel? That's a good question. You're really knocking me for it today, right? Thank God I took Dayquil and not NyQuil, man, or I probably would not know how to answer that. Okay, so first I'm going to narrow it down to my top 3. And then I'll narrow it down from 1 out of the 3. Geez, you would think when it's cold weather, some bugs wouldn't be out, but I guess they're out today. So my top 3 is the Pixel 2 XL, the Pixel 4/4 XL, because I'm trying to find me a 4 XL. This just has better battery than the 4. The 4's battery does kind of kill pretty quickly. And right now, as favorite is Pixel 5. Pixel 7, after a year of owning it, I'll tell you back then if it replaces any of those 3. So those are my top 3, right? 2XL, 4XL, 5. My absolute favorite out of all of them would be the 4XL. I think the design of the 4XL, I really like it, even though there's other devices with that box camera module to the top left of the back of the phone. It is a glass sandwich phone, so it does kind of worry me about breaking the back of the phone. But just the way that it's designed, like the shape, the body of the phone, I like it. And then of course, it has Project Soli. That's a gimmicky thing to a lot of people. To me, that's just one of those things where when I want to show off the direction that tech is going. You can play around and show people motion sense. And then of course, because of Project Soli, the face unlock on the Pixel 4 is much better than it is on the Pixel 7. The 7 has face unlock. It only relies on that selfie camera. There is no radar detection for 3D mapping to make sure that it is a 3-dimensional face that it's reading and not a two-dimensional face. And so, yes, with a lot of skill and a lot of patience, you probably could get into a Pixel 7 with someone's face on a photo. You just have to try really, really hard. Yeah. So, top phone to me is still Pixel 4 XL or Pixel 4. And I still have my Pixel 4. I tend to use it from time to time. I tend to, just throw the Mobile X SIM card into it and use it. Yeah. One thing is for sure. Yesterday, I went driving around with my wife. We had a couple of things that we had to do and get done, and right. So I have my consumer cellular line, which runs on AT&T's network, and tomorrow I gotta submit like my account number and everything to my boss so they can convert my plan over to an employee plan, where my fully unlimited plan, it's not really fully unlimited, but the unlimited plan that I have will get converted from a $50 plan. Price will drop to $20. That's not bad. So I'll probably end up getting Visible back because Visible is like $45. So for 2 lines, it's going to cost me about $65 a month. That's not bad. But anyways, I went hunting for 5G Plus in my city. I had a nice conversation with Dennis from Best Phone Plans. Shout out to him. He was telling me that like he could see on the coverage map that 5G Plus is lit up in my city. So I'm like, I never really seen it, and I just recently got a line that's got AT&T on it. Now, Consumer Cellular would pick up the 5G Plus from AT&T network. It's not limited out of it. They pretty much get the same coverage that AT&T postpaid gets. They just they have a very quirky way of billing things just because they are geared towards the 50 plus market. Anyhow, so with my phone line, I already had Cell Mapper on. So I would open up Cell Mapper in different places that I was at in my city to see if I was connecting to N77 on AT&T, and I was not. I was connected mostly to Band 2. And it was NSA, so I was connected to N2 and Band 66. Yeah, no, I figured it wouldn't be accurate. What I'm thinking is that the places that it showed on the map that was on the best wasn't on Best Phone Plans live stream because they were showing the Pittsburgh market, but I looked it up, and so like what I seen from my area, I am going to assume that they've upgraded towers here in my city, but it is not turned on. I'm thinking that when they're ready to, they will turn it on, and I would know because then the 5G Plus icon will appear on my phone, and I would be able to connect to it. That's the reason that I'm keeping the consumer cellular line back in my Pixel 7. On top of it being my work, my work number and everything like that. Also, if N77 goes live for AT&T here, then I will be able to. I'll know because then the icon also will show me a 5G Plus connection. Cell Mapper would show me N77 connection, and Signal Check Pro would. Let me give you guys some spotlights here with your comments being popped up. I see. Yeah. Still only connected to Band 2 and Band 30. Yeah. Sometimes 66. Here I get mostly like for LTE, I get mostly 66. For NR, it's NR2. Let me pull up Cell Mapper right now, and I'll be able to tell you guys what I'm connected to currently right now. Let's see. Well, let me take it off Wi-Fi. I have it connected to Wi-Fi just because on my consumer cellular plan, so it's like unlimited talk, text. The data is it's high speed at 50 gigabytes of data, and then if you go past that, you're slowed for the remainder of your cycle. But the employee plan is 30 gigabytes of high speed data, and you're slowed for the remainder of your bill cycle. But it's $20 a month, so I'm not gonna really complain there, especially when I have home Wi-Fi. But for like doing live streams and stuff like that, like the T-Mobile network here has gone back to crap. It was good for a year. When I was on Metro and I was using Google Fi, like those utilized T-Mobile's network, and it was doing phenomenally good. I was live streaming from them and didn't have problems. But in the last 3.5, 4 months, it's been giving me a lot of problems. And so, yeah. So right now, CellMapper says I'm not even connected to 5G right now. Connected to just LTE only. So I'm connected to band 66, and then another tower that's band 66, and well, it's all over the place. Maybe I should use my open signal and see what towers are nearby me. Let's see. There's like a good amount of AT&T towers around me, and yeah. And if you guys want to see, I won't hold it up a little closer. You guys can see the cross-section streets, but you see how many AT&T towers are around me? There's got to be at least 17 to 20 towers nearby me. I'm connected to this one that's not far from me. It's back that way. And cell ID, LAC 48999. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah. Dude, mosquito, go away. On a quick speed test. Latency I'm getting is at 55 milliseconds. Download is clenching about 164, 169, 170. So it's kind of there. 175 on the down, and the upload is about 12. We're hitting 12. I sound like someone that's like doing a 13.1. That's from the Open Signal app. On their 5G, I'm gonna select outdoor, go back and see if I switch towers. Nope, still connected to the same tower. I'm like right where I'm at, it's pretty decent. Those homes are cell spots from home internet routers. Really? Interesting. So you can pick those up on the map? I didn't know that. So I wonder if what I'm connected to, because I know there's a tower up that way. There's a tower that way. I've never seen a tower this way, like a block over. So do we connect to people's like home routers too, if they're nearby for connection rather than the actual cell site? Because I mean, theoretically, if it's where it says it's at, I can stand up and look over the wall here and I should be able to see the tower. But I know there's no towers because that's all residential neighborhood back that way. And on the telephone poles, there's no nodes put up on them yet. Because in this area, there's only a few areas where there's power lines running above ground. Most of the power lines are buried below ground. Yeah. But that's the whole thing with AT&T. That's just my assumptions, is that they may have upgraded out here. They just didn't turn it on. Okay, so we can. That's pretty cool. I guess I could say that. I mean, that wouldn't allow me to like break into their home network connection, right? Obviously, they gotta have something in place that's not gonna allow you access in there, so you can freaking wall crawl through people's Wi-Fi's and get into their laptops and stuff, or maybe, who knows? That would be kind of scary, right? If someone was to be able to like wall crawl through your network. I don't know. I still learn these things, right? It's the reason I'm subscribed to Sneed Mobile Tech. By the way, guys, subscribe to his channel if you're not already. I'm pretty sure most people are. A lot of people know who Sneed is, but if you don't, you've been living under a rock, please subscribe to his channel if you're very interested in the telecom industry, because this man knows quite a bit. And you know, he has his own perspective. So there's sometimes where Sneed goes against the grain of everybody else and what they think because of, you know, what he's researched and what he thinks. So very trustworthy. Shout out to him. Subscribe to his channel. Please do. Yeah, I'm so who knows? Maybe in December, maybe in early 2023 January, maybe it'll go live here. Oh, there's dynamic capacity boosting to those sites also. Oh, okay. no further than a few houses over. He says, how far do these home devices go? Yeah, they're not going to go too far. So I'm thinking it's just like, as you're passing through, maybe like how you link from one end to another. I'm thinking that's how it would go. Right. But as far as like 5G plus in my city, I haven't found it yet. Or maybe like, you know, my Pixel device is not picking it up. I don't know. I know there's another YouTuber here that does a lot of speed testing. I don't follow him, so I don't really see his videos, but Tech Extremist. And it's not that I have anything against the guy. I just don't know him. Unless it's a dedicated metro cell. Those can cover a block. Are you talking about those that are mounted on like the street lights? Because I know in certain areas, like in downtown Phoenix, a lot of the lights out there have been converted. So it's like on one block there could be 5 street lights on there, and of the 5, 3 of them are going to have these nodes attached to them, like one at the end of the block, at the other end of the block, and one in the middle of the block. They've already converted all the street lights down there to have that. Here on the west side, they haven't really converted much of them just yet. I know on the east side they have. The east side of Phoenix they have. And I think the reason they did those is because that's mostly college area, right? ASU, downtown Phoenix. They keep that area pretty much covered. And then going more east of the campus. So that's from like Central Ave going into the streets. That's how Phoenix is laid out. The grid is. Anyone that's ever that has not been here, if you ever come here and you get lost, you'll know if you're on the east side of Phoenix or the west side of Phoenix based on what street you're on. If your street's running north to south, the streets running north to south on either side are numbered. If they're running east to west, then they have a name, right? Like McDowell, Thomas, Camelback, those run east to west. Running north to south is all numbered. So if you're like on 16th Street, you're on the east side of Phoenix. But if you're on 16th Ave, you're on the west side of Phoenix. That's how the grid is laid out here. So like anything from Central going up to 44th Street, those have been converted over to have nodes on them. So now MetroCell and femtocells are boosters that use home businesses wireless for backhaul. Got you. Okay. Tito is learning today. He's learning today. How do you tell if the light pole is using Verizon, AT&T, or T-Mobile? I have no clue. I guess you can spider monkey and climb up that pole if you have a good grip, like kung fu grip. You probably can climb up that street light, and maybe I'll say it on the hardware if you mess around with it. But I do know if you're caught on those poles doing that, like you'll get brought in. They won't give you a ticket if Phoenix PD catches you. They'll bring you in if you try to touch those things. Somebody already tried. Somebody literally thought that it was a device used from the CIA to watch people, and they tried to take it down. And they climbed up that pole and they got hauled out. I wish medical science can develop a pill, just one pill that you pop when you're getting like the flu. You just pop this pill and it just obliterates the virus inside of you in like 3 hours and you're done. I'd so love to take it. Like, I'm hoping that this medication I took will help me feel better by tomorrow, because I really want to return to work tomorrow. And because I need to work tomorrow. Tuesday and Wednesday is my normal days off. Thursday, Thanksgiving, and then Friday. So if I work Monday and Friday, I get my holiday pay. But if I miss Monday or Friday, then I won't get my holiday pay, and that's gonna suck. Christmas is coming up, and I'm freaking excited for it. I'm making hella decent money than what I was making before, and so I'm really happy. My kids have already begun drafting their Santa letters to Santa Claus for what they want for Christmas, and I have to take them to the mailbox and have them sent out to the North Pole, and I'm interested to see what they want from Santa Claus, because the wife and I have already kind of been on top of it. So like I have like a storage unit, because there's some furniture that had to go in storage and everything like that. And in there, my wife and I have been placing Christmas gifts that we've been buying throughout the year, that we've been listening to our kids saying that they want. So they've been hiding in storage because obviously my kids can't get in there. You need a key card to get in and everything. So yeah, our current medical tech is very far from that, unfortunately. Yeah, I know. It sucks. It totally sucks. But yeah, I'm interested in seeing what they're getting. What do you guys have on the agenda for Thanksgiving? As far as like your dinner menu, like what do you got? I mean, I don't assume anymore because I remember a friend of mine, they were like, yo, they were cooking a Thanksgiving meal last year. And I was like, oh yeah, the turkey and the ham. So usually people go for turkey and they get a ham to go with it. And he was like, no, he was like, I'm making 6 roast chickens. Like they would prefer to eat chicken than turkey. I was like, oh, so I don't make assumptions anymore, but I'm very interested in knowing because, Thanksgiving for me has always been a little bit different. I mean, like you have the traditional stuff that most dinner menus have. Rib roasts. Nice. I like that. I'm going to share for people to see it. Rib roasts. That's very awesome. So like, I was like, I've done story time here on the channel. I've talked about the dumb stuff I did when I was young, and the live stream I did where I had my brother on here, like he was my partner in crime, so we always got in trouble together. And so there was a few Thanksgivings that's so memorable to me because it was just me and him celebrating. So we would cook the Thanksgiving meal, he and I. He's a very good cook, so he handled all the the prepping and the cook for the turkey and the cook for the ham and everything like that. But we would also make like fried rice. We would make teriyaki chicken, Mochiko chicken, beef curry, spaghetti. Like we were just making all our favorite foods that we enjoyed eating, and it was just a nice spread with the centerpieces being turkey, right? So you had dinner roll, you had mac salad, having turkey, ham, green bean casserole, stuffing, cheesy potato dish. Nice. That sounds delicious. That really does. Very, very solid menu. And yeah, we were doing that for years, and then for like dessert, we would have a chocolate halpia pie. We would have a rhubarb and cream cheese pie. We would have a chocolate cake. Me and my brother Ruben were fat asses, so we ate quite a bit. Yes, cranberry sauce. Yeah, I got the stuff for cranberry sauce because my family, my kids get frustrated. I'll share a story with you guys. This happened 4 years ago on Thanksgiving. 4 years ago, it was forgotten to make cranberry sauce. So dinner was set. All the food was on the table. Everyone was ready to dig in, right? Because the kids lightly snacked on like sliced apples and carrots and cheddar cheese throughout the day, right? They didn't touch anything for like major meals, so they were really hungry. And I looked at the table and I was like, I can't eat. I can't eat because there's no cranberry sauce. And I like having cranberry sauce with turkey. Like that's how it goes, right? So I poured on top of my turkey pieces and I just smash in. So I left the house, and mind you, this is like dinner time, right? So just every place is freaking closed. Just about every place is closed, except for one mom and pop store that my wife found. But my kids are frustrated because they're not going to eat without me being there. So they wanted to wait. So they put the food, like the hot food, they put it on a warmer to keep it warm. And I raced around this city looking for cranberry sauce and got lucky and found one. It was in a can, but it's the best that I could do. And it was the jellied one, right? So didn't have whole cranberries in it or anything like that. Yeah, I went back. I was okay, this will suffice. Sliced it up and just ate it with my turkey. But yeah, cranberry sauce is something that I have to have it. So chocolate pie, yeah. But in Hawaii, what we have is halpia. That's like this might sound weird to people, but it's like a custard. So it's a custard, it's chocolate flavored, obviously, because you can have regular halpia pie, coconut halpia pie, and chocolate. But coconut is an essential ingredient in it anyways. But it was really good. If you guys ever fly out to Hawaii, then you guys got to have it. That or malasadas, which is like funnel cake, kind of. It's really good. Dude, that cran sauce on turkey is so fire. Yes, it is. It's so fire. It really is. I have to have it. Last year I made the turkey, and oh my god, I was so nervous because I was cooking for the family. Because my wife had to work. She had and this Thanksgiving she has to work too. She closes the store, so she's like pissed because the rest of her teammates on the supervisory team don't have kids. And she was willing to work Thanksgiving Day. She was asking if she can work during the morning and get out by 2 o'clock because I can prep everything. I can prep the turkey, I can prep the ham, all that can be prepped, and I can start it. Like I can throw it in the oven and start it. I can baste it. Yeah, you know, like I'm always nervous because I think I'm gonna screw it up. Right? I'm afraid of making dry turkey. Last year I made it and it came out moist. Like I was so nervous. I was like, man, hopefully I didn't fuck this turkey up. Hopefully it's not bad. So when everyone was getting ready to eat dinner, I kind of like hid. I was like self-conscious in that way. So I kind of hid from everybody because I was like waiting for the response. I was waiting for someone to yell out like, yo, this shit is dry or something, you know? And I was like, oh man. I came out here and everyone was happy. They were eating. They were like, it's moist. It's not dried at all. There's not one fiber of the turkey meat that seems dry. My wife was like, what'd you do? You know? And I was like, oh, well, I mean, I started telling her what I did. I went overboard on the butter, right? I buttered the turkey and I really buttered the turkey. I guess that helped. But there's like all, you know, the seasonings that I did, and then consistently basting. Like I was reading online because I was following an online guide, and they was giving times when you should come back and baste the turkey, and I was so freaking paranoid. I used a giant ladle and one of those turkey baster syringes, and I was just going off the turkey because I was like, please don't go dry. Like I didn't want it to go dry. That was my biggest fear. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. Yeah, she's okay with it though. I mean, you know, it's time and a half on that day. They close at 5. They close at 5 p.m. So I know that because we have more guests coming over, so I know that we're literally going to be cooking two turkeys this year. So I'm starting one early, like last night, early in the morning. It's like a short and can be played without the screen on. Wow. So you can have the screen turned off and it's still playing. Cool. Thanks for the heads up, Sneed. I didn't know it does that, but now I know. But anyways, yeah, so I think it's like probably, I want to say about 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to start one of the turkeys and get that one going. And then once that one's done, then I'm going to flip and do the ham, get the ham cooked. And then the bigger turkey will be the last one. Oh, no, it can't be. Oh. But I really thought the last turkey, the bigger one would be that at the end. The reason for the bigger one, the bigger one, I can keep it slightly, you know, I can keep it on a warmer, keep it, you know, warm, like hot, not too hot, but just hot enough where it's not going to dry it out. With premium, you can turn off the screen and videos keep playing. Oh yeah. With premium, yeah, you could do that. So yeah. That's the plan this year. A lot of the side dishes that can be cold, you know, obviously are going to be prepped the day before. The ones that are going to be hot, like, you know, I know I love my wife's potato salad, so I know she's making that for sure. So I have to have that going while she's at work. So I'm doing a lot of the cooking on Thanksgiving Day. A lot of the side dishes and stuff, and she'll finish off the remainder of the dinner when she gets home. I think we're having dinner like about 7 o'clock. And can't be up too late because I got to go to work Friday. I'm gonna be at work at 7:30 in the morning, and yeah, so I can't stay up too late. Can't really miss no days the month of December just because Christmas. That for sure is a major thing. It's a big thing. Yeah, so I gotta make sure I have all my ducks in a row on that. And then I know that I do want to go see my dad. I think probably the end of January or beginning of February, so we'll be doing a travel then. But yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. As far as like the service connections that I have, I don't know if I'm just going to reinstate my Visible line and just be on Visible. Like Mobile X is great. Shout out to Peter Adderton. I just know like I really don't fit the demographic that they are catering to, and it's nothing wrong for me to admit that. I mean, some people like get brand loyal, and it's not really about brand loyalty. It's about what works for you. So, well, the sun is right behind me. That's definitely going to cause some issues with the live stream. So let me turn it this way to get the sun from blaring right into the camera. But, I mean, so yeah, I probably will go back to Visible just because it is unlimited data. And I use quite a bit, so might as well have it, might as well do that. Now, as far as getting a new iPhone, it's possible. I'm probably just going to go for the 13 because I don't want to pay too much on my bill with my my work line, but I can finance on my work line. So it would be like if I'm on my plan that's $20 a month with my work phone, then another 20. So it'll be $40 that I would pay on that bill, and then 45 on Visible. So $80 for both is totally fine for me. Right now, T-Mobile has gone slightly downhill, and it doesn't mean that they're going to stay that way. I really wish people wouldn't get so adamant on these cell phone carriers. At the end of the day, they're business and they're there to make money. So we just have to remember that. 10 up and 10 down. The funny thing is, I know it's 5x5, but I've ran a pretty good, decent live stream hotspotted from a Visible line before the new one. So this was on the legacy Visible, which was also 5x5 cap, and it held the live stream better than when I used to have Cox Internet. It held the live stream way better than that internet service. I hate that service. If I can say I hate a company, it's going to be Cox Internet. Like, I freaking hate their service. Their customer service is trash, and their services are trash. I mean, I lived in a place where I literally was supposed to be able to get gigabit per second speeds because of the way the apartments were built. They were built with fiber connected into them. They had fiber lines for AT&T. They had fiber lines for Cox. They had a Google what the hell do they call it? I keep forgetting it. It's not Google Fiber. They had a Google Fiber connection in there. It was so badass. I'd open the panel in the laundry room and you would see all these fiber connected port lines where the fiber ran from outside, where the fiber line was laid out in the street, ran into the building, and then into those port lines that you would have to connect. And then, of course, the services would literally go in. But yeah, Cox was just bad. Cox is trash. Yeah, it is. With Cox Internet, the internet that I had, I was paying $150, almost $160 a month, and it was 100 by 10. But it would have been only 90 something, but then I had to pay $50 to have uncapped data, because if not, it was capped, I think, at I want to say was it a terabyte or 500 gigabytes? It was 500 gigabytes of data that was capped to on that internet plan I had with them. And then after that, you would pay like huge overages. So you had to pay $50 on top of the $90 to have uncapped data speeds. And the way things was because my brother-in-law, well, both of my brother-in-laws were living with me, and they like to video game all day. 1 terabyte. Thanks, Need, for letting me know. See, I haven't given Cox a second thought since I left him. Just like Day Day's dad, as soon as I was out of that plan, I was gone. But yeah, they played video games a lot. So I think when I was looking at my internet usage, it said that I was using about like 1.5 to 2. Sometimes in 1 month, I went to 3 terabytes of data. That's a lot. That is a lot. I don't know what the hell they were doing, but that was a lot, because you got to consider like all the video game and all the other bullshit they were doing in their room. And then I did live streams. I uploaded videos consistently, and then my kids were watching Netflix when they were home from school. And then on their breaks, it was just like about 3 terabytes of data used in a month. I think was the max I've ever seen. But if I didn't have that if I didn't pay that $50 for the uncapped fee, like crap. And I was like, 150 by 10. When I did live streams, a lot of people were telling me my live streams looked like garbage. And so, yeah, I just got rid of them. Yeah, pretty much that's what they were doing, Brian. Yeah, for sure. Yep, Sneed. They were hot garbage. They just literally are. And Google Fiber is not here because of their lobbyists, their business dealings in the city and everything. Just completely halted Google Fiber build out here. Had they allowed Google Fiber to come in, what was it, like 6-7 years ago? It'd have been so cool. It'd have been dope as hell to have them here. But we don't have them here, and that's what sucks. I used their modem. I didn't have my own modem, so that... Yeah, I didn't have my own modem to use, so I ended up using their modem. Looks like the T-Mobile modem that I have. It's a little square one. Their gateway, so... But nonetheless, I mean, regardless, I know people here that have them, and then, that's a problem right there. Yeah, more than likely that would be it. But it's also just how it's built out here in the city. So there's like a lot of people. I'm sure a lot of those people use their modems. Anyone use Verizon Home Internet? Carlos uses Verizon Home Internet. Definitely check him out. Because Jesus, freaking. Never use a cable ISP supplied modem. Yeah. Okay, that's a good tip. I'll put that in the vault. Maybe one day I'll buy my own modem and whatever service internet provider I choose to use. But I know I am at some point going because like my son, he took over the Metro account. Like he wanted to keep his phone with Metro PCS or Metro by T-Mobile. So he's taking over that phone bill. He's paying for his phone line. He's paying for the home internet router, the services from that. So that's what he's using. And then, yeah. They charge me for the inferior hardware. Yeah. You got to pay a renter's fee. Yeah, that's so garbage in my opinion out here. That's just not ever going to change. Oh, leave me alone. We're getting a few days of warm. Today the highs is 74, lows is 61 or 50 something. Let me look at the weather. I know we're in warm days ahead, and then next week it's gonna drop back to being cold. No, I don't want to know the calendar. I want to know the weather. Dude, seriously? There we go. Highs is 71, lows is 46 tonight. Monday 73, 48. Tuesday is 73, 47. Wednesday 73, 45. Thursday 74, 47. So it's mid to high 70s all this week. And then next week, Tuesday on the 29th, it goes 64, 41. And I'm sure it's going to drop from there to the 50s. Usually that's how it happens here. This year we got cooler a lot sooner than usual. So like the way that it is out in my city in the heat, it's like it warms up in the month of beginning of March to like upper 90s, and then it hits over 100 by the end of April, and it stays over 100 all the way until not this coming week, but the next week. So at the very end of November is when it starts to cool down here, and it's cold from like the end of November, beginning of December, all the way until the end of February. This year, it cooled down in the month of October, like the very beginning. I want to say like maybe 3 days after I started at my job, which would be the 13th of October. It started to cool down. We got our first cold front that just passed through here and made it to where everyone was wearing like a light sweater for the whole month of October. And it was even colder in the beginning of November. We were getting cold fronts coming in through real quickly, and was literally bringing the weather here down. So it's the usual weather in October, like the mid-Octobers and the end October is like 105 degrees. But This year it was 71, 68 degrees as highs. So it got cold pretty quick here, which is unusual. I don't know if like globally, if we're in La Nina or if we're still in El Nino, but feels like 25 degrees where you're at. Don't get me wrong, I like cold weather. Like I offer, if I had the gifted ability to do it, I offer to trade Sneed for his weather. He can give me the freezing cold weather of Cleveland, and I'll give him the warm weather of Phoenix. But obviously that can't happen. So yeah, wish I could have the cool weather. I guess like, and like the way I explain it to my wife, because she's been here all her life, so she's not used to cold weather. And I'd always tell her like, hey, the reason why I like cold weather is because there's not a limitation of how much layers you can put on. But me, especially when I first moved to the city, I was not used to the heat. I was like, there's no way I could legally walk down the street butt naked. Oh, snap. I'll hit you on a Twitter DM. Unless you're comfortable with saying where to, but if not, I'll hit you some other time on DM. Like originally I was going to move from here to Oklahoma come February 2023. The plan got halted just because of the position that I'm in right now with my job. And if it's a very good opportunity that's coming my way, I don't want to pass it up. And there's no way that I would be able to work remotely from Oklahoma and have business run here. So, if everything's set in stone and everything to that point, then yeah, I'll be staying here another probably a year or two. I know my wife is happy about it. Like she wants to leave this city because she doesn't like the way that our city is turning out. But my second oldest son, he has an amazing opportunity with the school that he's in Coding Academy. And so we want him to graduate high school from there just because it puts him in a very good position. Plus, too, when he continues going to college for software engineering, he already has credits built up from this school that he goes to. It's a hybrid school of vocational and high school. So it's a hybrid. And I think he's a junior this year. He'll be a senior after 2023 summer. So I do know for his senior year, they have an internship program and they're paid. So it's like, it's an internship, but it's not free. He is paid for work, and but it's only like 3 hours. I think 3 days out of the week he goes. So it's leave me alone, get away. It's a cybersecurity firm, and that's located in downtown Phoenix. And so like on the 3 days that he would work, he would go to school in the morning, and then by I want to say after his lunch period, then he would have to take the train to his job and work from 1 to 5. So that's not a bad thing, you know what I mean? And hourly pay from that place, because we got the paperwork, we've seen it. So the hourly pay on that is $31 an hour, which is pretty good. For a kid who'll be 17 going on 18, that's pretty good. So yeah, I told him, yeah, definitely, I would sign the form for him to go to be able to attend it. They only pick 5 or 6 students out of his senior class. So like he's really gonna have to like work hard this year for his interview to reflect that he deserves to be hired for it. Cool thing about it is that kids that did not want to go to college, that are in that internship, can remain in it. I mean, after they graduate high school, they can go full time and stay there. I know his whole idea is differently. He wants to develop his own video game. But yeah, he's getting a lot of cool stuff from this school. So that was one of the hard things too, why I was just like really weighing out the options of geez, it's warm today, so these bugs have to come out. weighing out his options for, you know, graduating from that school. Like he's cool to where we're planning on moving to in Oklahoma. He's like, I'm cool graduating high school there. I'll get the same chances, same advances. And I'm like thinking to myself, like, no, you won't. They don't have that type of advancements there in the town that we're moving to. It's a small town, but in the town that we're moving to, they don't have those types of things. Not like here. So, but yeah. Only reason for the major move is just because everything here is just way too pricey. The housing market's way too pricey. Even then, like I told my wife, like it's not beneficial to buy a house here, much less anything. Like buy a house when you're gonna settle in that area that you're in for life. Like I get like her perspective. She's like, if we buy a house here and we consider to move, we could rent the house out. But that's like having to get, you know, like a property management to manage the property, and if they're any good at it, then fine. If they're not good at it, then you know what? Like my investment, which is the house, could end up being destroyed and value dropped, and then I would have to invest money into reconditioning. All these things I think about, even though they're not things that's like set in stone to happen. But I think about these things, so I'm ahead of everything. Move to Nebraska if you want cheap. I would, but the other reason to move to Oklahoma is to be closer to my dad. So that's the other reason why. That's where he's at. And I want him to spend more time with his grandkids before that fateful time happens. So that's the other reason why. Otherwise, yeah, of course, you know, if Nebraska is like hella cheap to live out that way, then yeah, I would move out that way. But it looks like that the move is on hold. I know Carlos keeps telling me like move to Vegas and move to Vegas. There's a lot of opportunities in Vegas and everything, but I think the other big picture here is getting away from a major city. I lived here since 2009, and yeah, big city life. I'm tired of it. Like I wouldn't mind if I lived in a Courage the Cowardly Dog situation in a freaking house out in the middle of nowhere. Like I wouldn't care, as long as, you know, the telecom companies would put a tower nearby so I get decent connection. Like I want the full 9 yards. I'll be totally fine. Shit, if I could buy a private island that had network connection for like high-speed data, I'd totally be okay. I mean, yeah, I'd be on my own island. It'd be isolated to just me and my family. We would have to like take a boat to get in to landmass to go shopping for food and stuff, and then ride the boat back to the house. Like totally. Except I told my daughter that one time. I was like, how would you feel if I was wealthy enough to buy my own island and we live on it? And she was just like, but that's how people die. I'm just like, what are you talking about? She's like, it's always that this family lives out in the middle of nowhere and they live in their privacy and security, and some weirdo ends up on their island and he happens to be a serial killer and he starts stalking the family members one by one, taking them out bit by bit, and it just so happens to be either the mother or the daughter who's the last survivor that has to take on this guy. And then she's like, and I'm not that smart to make traps. I'm like, what? That's a movie thing. That's not a real thing. Like that doesn't just happen all the time. But I mean, love her imagination. I love her imagination. Yes, my youngest daughter is a big fan of horror movies, but she only likes certain slasher films. She doesn't like all of them. And I guess you would say like her main genre is horror movies in dealing with possessions and wandering spirits. So anything that has to do with human body possessions or demonic possessions, she's very into those movies. She's also very into folklore and legends. Like, I know one of the ones that really has her shook, I mean literally has her shook, is the story of La Llorona. She's very scared of that one. So much, she doesn't know this, and I won't tell her because I know she's gonna get very mad at me, but I like pranking my kids. Yeah, Halloween, the final Halloween wasn't that good. That one pissed us all off. Me and my daughter watched it. We were mad on how the whole movie turned out. Yeah, but So I knew that my daughter was already spooked out from La Llorona. First of all, she watched the movie. The it was supposed to be a spin-off from the Conjuring series, so the same director and everyone directed the movie. And they used the same priest from the Annabelle movie. So that priest was in this movie. And anyways, so she watched the movie and she got freaked out. And my wife is Mexican, and she's very, very aware of La Llorona. A lot of Mexican families love to use that story to scare their kids straight, to make them behave, right? And so she asked her mom, it's like, is it real? Is it real? Is La Llorona real? And my wife's like, well, kids have heard her. And she's like, oh, but that's over in Mexico. And then she's like, they've heard her here too. She's like, but we're in America. And I had to let my daughter know. It's like, well, Arizona used to be part of Mexico. So did Texas and California and Nevada. They used to be part of Mexico at one point in time. So if you're going to say that she roamed to Mexico, you got to think way back in those days, not in our current days. Wandering spirits don't know today's boundaries. So anyways, so now that I knew that she was afraid of it, one night I decided to go on YouTube, and I have my Google Home speaker in my room, and I'll go on YouTube, and I find an audio on YouTube Music app of La Llorona crying, right? Like the sounds that you would hear of the weeping woman. And I casted it to the Google Home speaker, which I had kind of like hidden, so it wasn't in full view for them to like know where the sound was coming from. And my daughter heard it and freaked the hell out. She was so pissed and scared that I was just like, okay, I can't tell her I pranked her this, or she's just really gonna hate me and not talk to me for a while. So I've never said anything since. And she swears up and down to people that she's heard La Llorona's crying. And I told her, like, because it was loud, I told her she was safe. Because I guess, according to stories, if you hear La Llorona's crying and it sounds like she's far away from you, she's actually close to you than you think. Vice versa, the opposite, right? If you hear it like it's close to you, she's actually far away. So, yeah, my daughter's deadly afraid of it. But she loves the Conjuring series. I think she's probably watched her favorite is The Conjuring 2, and she's watched that movie well over 200 times this year. Well over 200 times. She's okay with the Annabelle. Because she's Google searched the Annabelle doll and everything. She knows it's a Raggedy Ann doll, and it's not that porcelain doll that they had in the movie. We went to, so the day I was speed testing Mobile X, where we went to breakfast at Black Bear Diner, right across is a Goodwill, and we went over there. I forgot, I think my son was looking for a used keyboard because he wanted a used keyboard for his computer here. And while he was in there, my kids went into the toy section area, and there was a Raggedy Ann doll sitting in the toy section area, and my daughter freaked. She was like, I want to get out of here. She's like, I want to get out of here. I want to get out of here. I'm like, why do you want to get out of here? And then she dragged me by my hand all the way to where it was. She pointed from like 5 clothing rows away from the rack that had the toy. And I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's a Raggedy Ann doll. My dumb ass just walks over to it and just picks it up. Like, look, check it out. This is what, and she ran. I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. She knows about the Annabelle doll. That's just one of those crazy things. Anyways, everybody, I'm like feeling it. The medicine's wearing off. I gotta go take some more medicine. I gotta go lay down. My wife finds out that I've like been live streaming this long. She's gonna kill me when she gets home tonight. So I want to thank everyone for hanging out and just chit-chatting with me. We didn't talk too much about the Pixel 7, but that's okay. I like these conversational live streams. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And smash the like button. That helps beat the algorithm. Thank you to everyone who stopped by. Really appreciate y'all. Y'all be good and be safe. I probably won't do too much this week just because of Thanksgiving. Appreciate it, Brian. Yeah. I mean, I don't mind being sick though, because my kids are recovering. So it's like I took it from them and put a lot of the body aches and the chills, the fever, put it all towards me. I don't have the fever right now. The fever broke, I guess, overnight or this morning. But the rest of me just, those body aches, they suck. They just totally suck. But yeah, you guys be safe. You guys have a great Thanksgiving. If I don't pop back on here this week, you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving. I would love to hear all about it. I'll run a live stream the week after and catch up with you guys on what you guys did. If I do go live, it'll be during Thanksgiving Day, and it'll just be me and my kids basically wishing all of you guys a happy Thanksgiving, and it'll probably be like a short 30-minute live stream, probably. But that's about it. But all right, guys, stay tuned for videos dropping on here, dropping on Twitter. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you, Brian. Appreciate you. Appreciate everyone. Appreciate Sneed and Mike from Team VRY dropping in, saying hello. Coffee for being here. Brian for being here. John for being here. Kev for being here. Appreciate you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys. And those that catch the replay crew, hashtag happy Thanksgiving. So I know you guys watched the replay up to this point. And I'll see you guys later, man. And I'll let you guys know on Twitter like how much data I've used on Mobile X for just live streaming this long on Mobile X's connection. Yeah, until then, I'll give you guys an outro. So what's a good outro to pick? Oh, this one. Yeah. Later.